An impending zombie apocalypse is one of mankind's biggest threats. Okay, perhaps I'm stretching things just a bit, but for the cast of the hit AMC series The Walking Dead, it's a reality. Josh McDermitt, who plays Eugene Porter, joins us in studio. Welcome, Josh.
Welcome me, but that was a weird response to you welcoming me. Hi, it's good to be here.
You know what's weird? Zombies.
Yeah.
I don't understand them. They don't talk a lot. They're very slow moving. They like brains. I mean, honestly.
They eat you.
Not really friendly things.
Not friendly at all, but that's why you got to stab them in the brain.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that because I fear a zombie apocalypse. I think it's maybe 15 to 100 years in the future.
Oh, okay.
Maybe closer.
You have your head buried in the sand on this, I think. But please continue. Let's hear your theory.
All right. How does one fend off a zombie when they are trying to destroy all of the humans?
Well, I mean, you just go right for the head. If you shoot them in the shoulder, if you have a gun, if you're lucky enough, shoot them in any kind of gun.
Okay.
Blunt force objects, you know, if you strike them, maybe, I mean, there's a character on a show, Michonne, who carries a sword. Mm-hmm. She'll chop off an arm or even cut the zombie in half. The zombie can still get you. You have to go right through the brain because their brain has swelled so much. Mm-hmm. That's why they've become zombies. Once you stab that, it takes all the life out of that dead person.
So if you have a machete, a flamethrower, or your intellect, because on the show you're quite the smarty pants.
True.
Which one should we choose?
I mean, personally, I wouldn't choose the intellect. I would choose probably the machete.
Okay.
The flamethrower, I feel like you're going to run out of fuel to get that going. But with your intellect, I mean, you can't like think a zombie dead. You can't be like, you know. You might be able to improvise a little bit, be like MacGyver. Yes, please take notes.
Let me write this down. This is very important.
But I would go for the machete. I mean, just, you know, stab him in the brain. That's all you got to remember.
All right, well, that's all we had to talk about. So thank you so much for joining us. Kidding aside, the show is nearing the end of its fifth season. Uh-huh. How many seasons left do you think we have?
I don't know. I mean, I've heard rumors that they have it charted out through season 12 already, and who knows if that's even gone even further than that. The show itself is based on a comic book created by Robert Kirkman.
A graphic novel.
A graphic novel, if you will. But there are so many storylines that they haven't even touched on in the show that are in the comics. So I could see it going 12 seasons. I could see it going 16 seasons. Now, do the fans want to see it go that long? I don't know. I mean, the show keeps growing. I would hope that we get to stick around as long as they'll have us.
You have a huge fan base, and you would think the fans want more. But my question is, how many characters will survive during that time? Because the zombies, they just don't stop.
They don't stop. And then, obviously, not just the zombies, but your fellow human. They are the biggest threat within this world. Like, I could kill you for your can of beans. You know, I might not. I may want you to think I'm going to kill you, but that's the biggest threat. And this is a show where they like to kill off their main characters. So I never feel safe. You know, the guy who plays Rick, Andy Lincoln, he doesn't feel safe, and he's the main character of the show. That's just what this show does to the actors.
That must be a hard headspace to be in as an actor. Like, once you get the script, you open up, you're like, am I going to have a job tomorrow?
I know. I was on a sitcom called Retired at 35. I never had to worry about my character getting killed off in the middle of an episode. But this show, The Walking Dead, certainly does that. And I think I was kind of focusing on it a lot the first few months I was working there. But then I realized that if I continue to focus on that, I'm going to miss out on the great experience that we're having on the show.
You want it to be in the moment.
I want to be in the moment. I gotta live. I gotta live.
That's right. YOLO.
We say that all the time. YOLO, y'all.
It seems like something that you would utter on a daily, frequent basis.
I need the writers to input that into a script. Just Eugene saying YOLO.
Please do, and credit me.
I will, absolutely. I'll turn to the camera and wink.
I'll know. Are there any spoiler alerts you can give us for the end of the season finale?
I mean, I don't want to say a lot. I will say, I mean, I don't know if you've heard, the season finale is 90 minutes.
Ooh.
We went from 60 minutes to 90 minutes.
It's like the Titanic of a TV show.
That's right. Mm-hmm. We went down to Mexico and hired James Cameron to build a big boat, and that's where we shot the finale. It's 90 minutes. I mean, read into that however you want, but, I mean, we never really disappoint with our season premieres or the finales.
I want to read into something I found when I was researching you.
Oh, boy.
Actually, two things. One, on your official website, there's a cell phone number, and it starts with 70.
Go ahead and read it.
Is that real?
It's a real phone number.
Really?
It's not my cell phone, though.
So why would you kid the public like that?
Well, I did. Okay, if you look at me, I have blonde hair on my website there. That was, they dye my hair brown or this black color for the show. I put that on my website. I used to do comedy. I put it on my website a long time ago, and I forgot I had it. But then all these fans are like, hey, I called that number. And I think at first it used to be one of those phone numbers where it's like, hey, thanks for calling. You're wasting your time by calling this number. It's just a dumb number.
Before you got married, you gave this out to chicks at clubs. You were like, listen, not interested.
Yeah,
Here's
right.
my fake number.
But now I think it's like a phone number for Caribbean cruise lines. So these poor people are like getting suckered into taking cruises.
So am I also to think that you being a hot balloon pilot is also false?
A hot balloon pilot or a hot air balloon pilot?
Hot air balloon pilot.
I mean, I thought I was pretty good looking, but no one's ever called me a hot balloon pilot. But I'll take that. Thank you, Diana.
Sorry.
Yeah, so what was your question? I am a hot air balloon pilot, yeah.
For real?
For real.
I didn't even know that.
OMG, for real.
OMG, yo.
We, YOLO is a theme in my life. It's like, why not, you only live once, become a hot air balloon pilot. No, my family bought a hot air balloon when I was growing up. And, my dad got a ride for his birthday, and then he was like, I love this, and he went and bought it. I have a very, eccentric, very eclectic family.
That is so cool.
We're like a bunch of bohemians. And, we were like, we grew up in Arizona, so there's all these companies that are flying their balloons everywhere, and then there's this ragtag group of, idiots out there.
McDermitt's in the sky,
yeah,
hot air balloon just waving. Well, you are an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Anytime, you're always welcome. For more on Josh McDermitt, don't go to his official website. Instead, can you follow him on Twitter at Josh McDermitt? And don't forget to watch The Walking Dead on AMC on Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern. I'm Diana Feldzone for Fox401.com.